Foreign Affairs, Chapter 6, Jester Politics. A few days later, you're back in the world history trying to focus on Professor Masako's lecture. The military refusal to use cars due to the king's fears of them severely crippled the army during the war. But your mind keeps wandering back to what you overheard outside of Hana's office. Then try harder. Lundfist can't expel me. Why does the dean want to kick Blaine out of the school? I wish I could ask around, but I don't want to start rumors. Gets over to the guy in question, who's looking exhausted. You see dark circles under his eyes. He turns and catches you staring. Whoops. I should wave. Smile and give him a little wave, hoping the small bit of encouragement will help him open up to you. Beside you, D notices your movement. Still fretting over Blaine. I've been trying to get in touch with him for days to work on our project, but he's been ghosting me. Honestly, I'm worried. He looks like a zombie. It seems like one more thing could do him in. Then it sounds like we need to figure out a way to help him de-stress before the debate. Or before he's expelled. That's all for today. Remember, your group projects are due next week. Your classmates stand and gather the things as the bodyguards lining the room step forward, but Hana calls for everyone's attention. Just a minute. We have a quick announcement before you leave. Hana motions for Blaine to join her at the front of the room. Is he announcing that he's leaving? Blaine joins Hana at the head of the class and clears his throat. I'm organizing a volunteer trip to a local hospital this Saturday. We'll be donating books to the pediatric ward and reading to kids there. Why? Reporters will be covering the event, so it'll be a great opportunity to give back to the community and get some good press. Boom, there it is. You can sign up with me or Blaine if you're interested. Okay, now class is dismissed. Okay, I doubted you before, but I'm now officially convinced something's up with Blaine. He usually avoids photo ops like the plague. Maybe we can catch him before he disappears again. Blaine, wait. You catch him just as he steps outside. What? Really, that's it. You blow off your project, our project, and disappear for days, and all I get is a what? I was looking all over the place for you. I can't be your partner if you don't talk to me. I'm sure something came up, and that's fine. But you gotta loop me in. I can't have your back on this project if I don't know you need it. Blaine looks at you suspicious. Is that really what all this is about? You wanting to help me? What else would it be about? I don't know, pick a topic. There's plenty out there more important than this stupid debate. Well, as far as I'm concerned, this is just about you, me, and the friendship I thought we were starting. Yeah, sure, me too. You're really not gonna tell me what's going on? Blaine blows out a breath, looking across the quad towards the dean's office. I imagine you'll find out soon enough. For now, let's just say that I have an image problem that needs to be fixed stat. Are you coming to the hospital on Saturday? Do you want me to? I need as many volunteers there as I can get. And don't worry, officially it's school-sponsored, so even if your mom found out about it, she wouldn't know I was involved. If you promise to actually show up to our study session on Sunday, then I'll be at the hospital on Saturday. Blaine smirks at you, and it's the most normal he's looked since the polo match. Deal. Early Saturday morning. You're preparing to leave for the hospital when you find an unexpected visitor waiting in your dorm suite. Tatum? I thought it was your day off. It was, but DeMarco had an emergency, so I'm covering. I see. Well, make sure you get 2 days off next week. You work way too hard, and my head of security can't be falling asleep on the job. I would never put you at risk like that. Is he always going to take things this seriously? Besides, everyone knows the presidential guardsmen are trained to sleep with their eyes open for your protection. Wait. Was that a joke? Not a very good one, if you have to ask. The two of you share a chuckle as he opens the door for you. So, what were you planning to do today, before I ruined your day off? Nothing exciting. Running errands, cleaning my apartment, calling home. Well, we can definitely make sure one of those gets done regardless. I'd love to say hi to your dad, if you don't mind. He'll love that more than an orange split sundae from Ice Cream Kings. Oh my god, I haven't heard the Ice Cream Kings in, forever. I always got the brownie sandwich, I remember. Tatum escorts you to the front of the gates where several limos are waiting. Spot Blaine at the front of the crowd with a man who looks vaguely familiar. Never seen him in my entire life. Is that Jacob? From the poker game? Yeah. I got a briefing. Blaine's security detail is going to be around more. Interesting. Catch Blaine's eye and wave, but he turns away, as if he didn't even see you. You look back at Tatum. You ready for this? Are you? Not even a little bit. You slip into the limo where most of your classmates are already chatting. Ana gets in behind you and the car starts moving. We've got a great turnout today. No one wants to look bad by not visiting sick kids. Speak for yourself. I, for one, am looking forward to being a positive role model for young children. Me too. I was the youngest in my family for so long. I pretty much spoiled my cousin's kids rotten once they were born. I think they were the only babies in the kingdom with a full library of children's books. I picked most of them myself. Aw, that's surprisingly sweet, Peter. Did Philip help you? Oh no, not really. Oh. Dee sighs and turns to you, changing the subject with a flip of her hair. You and Tatum looked buddy-buddy when you showed up. How are things between you? We're getting there. Excuse me, but you two need to scoot over. You're blocking my line of sight. Uh-oh. Oh no, Murphy smash. You and Dee slide down the seat, putting you right next to Blaine. I see you have a new friend. Hopefully not for long. You're not going to try and sneak off again, are you? Of course not, Jacob. I'll be the consummate dignitary today. Don't worry. We're all going to be on our best behavior today. We are? Yes, remember my parents are on my ass again, so I got to appease them somehow. Right, how could I forget when you used government funds to order a martini lug in the shape of your dad's monument? I was trying to celebrate my heritage! Looks like we've all got something to prove today. Catch Blaine's eye, but this time he doesn't turn away. Soon the line of limos pulls up in front of a hospital. You peek out the window to assess the crowd, but rather than a horde of paparazzi you've grown accustomed to seeing, there are only two reporters waiting by the curb. Let me guess one of them is Craig. Oh! Craig is not here! Party! Party! What is this? I thought you invited the press, Hayes. It's a small group on purpose. I was actually the one who suggested it. We don't want to overwhelm the children. Remember the real reason we're here. The last thing we want to do is make the kids regret that we visited. Exactly, this trip is about them, not you. Nice try, but it's always about me. Boy. Looks like the hospital director is waving us inside. Considering that we can't change the turnout now, at the very least, let's stop bickering in front of the cameras. Follow your classmates towards the front entrance of the hospital, right past the reporters. Make sure you catch this shot, then stick close to me. On it. I'll go check us in. Blaine, you want to explain the game plan? As Ana motions for the reporters to follow her to the reception desk, Blaine turns to the rest of you. Okay, So, we each get 15 minutes to read to the kids, and... Wait! We only get 15 minutes each! Easiest photo op ever. That's not enough time to read an entire book to them. Let me guess you'd read Moby Dick. What kind of book were you planning to read? I know it's quick, but the hospital's visitor hours are short. This way everyone gets an equal amount of time. That makes sense. But some of us need more time. You of all people should understand, Blaine. Hey. We can always come back for another visit, Alexei. But we're here now. Why do I want to come back when Blaine's the one making up all these rules? Well, Blaine did organize this whole trip. If you don't like my plan, Alexei, feel free to leave. Believe me, I would if I could. But he can't, so he won't. Reporters turn in your direction, curious. You might want to knock it off. Yes, I think we're about to become the story, and not in the way you were hoping, Alexei. Blaine and Alexei stare each other down. Clearly neither is willing to retreat. Their bodyguards tense up in anticipation. We gotta defuse the situation, or this is gonna make us all look bad. Your mind races as you try to come up with a solution. If there was a way that everyone could share the spotlight the whole time, this could work. Maybe by putting on a play for the kids? But I have to get both Alexei and Blaine to agree. Play Peacemaker to save your trip to the hospital and earn diplomacy points with both Alexei and Blaine for diamonds. Step in between Blaine and Alexei, arms spread, which gets their attention. Alright, that's enough. You're both right. Seriously? Seriously. You each have a pretty valid point, but you're both too stubborn to see it. In fact, from where I'm standing, you're basically clones of each other. Okay, no, I know you're joking. The two of them take a step back, although they continue to glare at each other. You keep going. Okay, I have a plan that lets everyone share the spotlight and look good, but you'll have to work together. Sounds good too good to be true. Usually I agree, but this is Clark. Let's hear him out. What if we all put on a play for the kids? But we don't have a script. It's called improvising. We improv. Sounds fun. If it'll make the kids happy. I dig it. And you're great at acting, Alexei. True, but I do have to work with him the whole time. I mean, I'm not super thrilled by the idea of more FaceTime with Extractanian diva over here, but if everyone else is on board, I know this will work. Plus, the kids will love it. It's not every day they get to see international dignitaries put on a silly show, and I'm sure it'll cheer them right up. It'll at least be good for a laugh. Hey, my parents won't be able to say I didn't try. Right, it's all about you. Then we're all agreed. Let's do a modern take on a fairy tale, something everyone knows, like Harper and the Griffin. A Dreyfusian classic. Clark can be Harper, and Blaine can be Griffin. Dee can be the mom. Henry's the dad, Evelyn is the evil witch. Ooh, I call narrator. What about me and Peter? I call being a tree. I don't do well without a script. Sure, you can jump in when you see an opening and improvise. As you continue planning the skit, Shayna returns with a stack of name tag stickers in her hands. Alright, everyone's a registered visitor now. Hope you're all ready to cheer up some kids. We are now, thanks to Clark. The kids perk up as they spot your group filling into the room. Princesses! We're not all princesses, unfortunately. Although Dee certainly is. If you're not a princess, who are you? I am Bruce Wayne. I mean, I'm your new friend. What's your name? Batman! Yes! High five, brother. Wait, we get to choose? I want to be Potato. No one ever wants to be Potato, let's be real. Are you getting this? Clark's giving us gold. All over it. Thanks for coming, everyone. We've got something special planned for you today. You and the rest of the group prepare behind a makeshift blanket curtain. I know we aren't practically prepared, but just follow Sarah's narration and keep improvising. The Vancross Institute proudly presents Harper and the Griffin. Oh, I know this one. Shh. Once upon a time, a woodcutter lived with his wife and 2 children in the great big forest. You, Blaine, Henry, and Dee walk out on the makeshift stage. A woodcutter's life isn't an easy one. I should have listened to my mother and married that doctor. The kids were named Harper and Griffin, and they were always hungry. Step forward and rub your stomach with an exaggerated frown. Oh, I wish I had a loaf of bread. We have bread in the cafeteria. The cafeteria isn't in the great big forest. Oh, right. Thanks for the offer, though. Time had been tough ever since the great big forest stopped accepting takeout delivery. Oh, what will we eat now? Trees? Only if you figured out some new way to cut them down. This axe app doesn't work at all. Henry pantomimes cutting down Peter with his phone, but Peter stands tall. What are we going to do? I heard rumors that there's a great big candy mansion somewhere in the woods. I bet we can find it. And eat it! So the family set off early in the morning, searching high and low for the candy mansion. Where do you search? In the audience? Behind the tree? In the audience. Walk behind the seated kids looking for signs of the candy mansion. Maybe it's under here. Lift up a boy's arm and he giggles. You can't fit a mansion under my arm. Oh, you're right. It'd be obviously under your foot. Lord certainly has a way with children. And did you see, Blaine? These pics will play great in our next edition. Our plan is working. Now to get Alexi involved too. But Alexi is one step ahead of you. Are you looking for the candy mansion? Yes, we are, kind stranger. Who are you? I am the big bad wolf. Oh! Hey, the big bad wolf's not in the story. That's right. Maybe young Bluecoat needs our help. Motion frantically at Peter. Step up. Right. I'm young Bluecoat. I was just in disguise as a tree before. Can you help me hide from the big bad wolf? What do we do? You just have to chase him around while I find a place to hide. Do you think you can do that? Heck yeah! A couple of kids jump up to chase Alexi around the room, giggling and laughing, while Peter finds a spot to hide. Good. I'm the big bad wolf and I'm after Blue. Tell me where he is so I can eat him up. Never! You kids are wearing me out. I'm going to go home and sleep for 1,000 years. Lexi slumps into the nearest chair and starts to snore. Peter peeks out from his hiding spot with a grin. Thanks for helping me hide, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your story. No, Alexi, Yukovji, the soft side. With the wolf situation handled, our woodcutting family continues to look for that candy mansion. I think I'm so lost I'm starting to hallucinate the smell of cookies. Wait, you're not hallucinating. There's a gingerbread mansion right over there. It's so beautiful. I call dibs on the gumdrops. The family starts nibbling on the walls, licking the windows, and taking chunks out of the roof until... Oi! That's my house you're eating! Busted. Sorry, not sorry, lady. We're starving. Oh, you poor dears. Come inside and I'll cook you a proper meal. The witch invites everyone inside and makes them a grand, well-of-course dinner, all made of candy. Enjoy your cavities. That's not how I remember the story. The souffle course is divine. After everyone is completely stuffed full of candy and dessert, the witch offers to let the family stay with her. Forever, rent-free. That's not how it goes. What can I say? The first family that came by I treated a little differently, but I guess it gets lonely out here in the great big forest. I could use the company. And they all lived happily ever after. The end. That was awesome! Again! What a creative performance. Come on, everybody. Time to take our bows. Kids clap and cheers. You all step forward to bow. Looks like we still have some time before visiting hours are over. Kids, you can ask someone to read you a book, or... I call dibs on the big bad wolf! I want Griffin to read to me! I want the witch. You grin as your classmates all split off with the children. Later, Alexi and Blaine come up to you. I guess I sort of owe you a thank you. If you wanted to calm me down, this whole thing would have been a disaster. Yeah, I have to admit you came up with a rather solid plan, Rutherland. Anything for the kids. And that is how it's supposed to be in the real world. At the end of the afternoon, you and Tatum split off from the rest of the group to hit the bathroom before the drive back. Sorry you ended up spending your entire day off at the hospital. It's fine, Clark. Just then you spot Ana talking to an older woman in a hospital gown. That's when they discovered it was stage 3 colon cancer. I'm so sorry. What was your treatment plan? Partial colectomy followed by adjunctive chemo? Yeah, my surgery was a few weeks ago, so I've been going through chemo. Hang in there. The first month is the hardest, but it gets better. How does Ana know so much about colon cancer? Good luck with your treatment. Ana wipes her eyes as she turns away, Splotchy watching her. Clark, Tatum, I thought you were with the others. Ana? I was just coming to find you. Based on a smile, hoping she can't tell that you overheard every word. The others are all waiting for us. Of course. Lead the way. You lead Ana and Tatum down the hall, your mind going over the conversation. I wonder why Ana was so emotional. It didn't seem like she knew that woman super well. Because most likely she's lost someone who suffered from it. As you walk back through the hospital to meet up with the others, you can see Ana put on her happy face back on, as if the whole thing had never happened. Well, that was rather a successful trip, don't you think? Yeah, seemed to go okay. I'm sure Dean Lutquist will be happy. You all did her proud today. Blaine will be glad to hear it. Blaine? You know, since he organized the trip, I'm sure he'll want to know that all that hard work paid off. Right, of course. There's nothing like the satisfaction of a job well done. Have you, been spending a lot of time with him? I guess. He's not what I expected. I guess you were right, I just need to give him a chance. I'm glad you're taking my advice to heart. Is your mom still upset about it? I know she was giving you trouble before. You shake your head. I seem to have fallen off her radar for now. Good. Finally, you reach the others, and Ana herds everyone towards the limousines. I think you can count today on your total success, Blaine. And you'll tell Lundquist? Of course. You earned it. Blaine nods and slips into the back seat. As you're waiting for your turn, Tatum catches your attention. Everything okay? You seem distracted on the walk back. Yeah, it's just been an interesting day. Nice to be off campus for a bit, though. Smile up at him, and then you notice something out of the corner of your eye. Oh my god, Tatum, look. You point to a small storefront across the street from the hospital. Does that look like Ice Cream King? Yeah, it does, actually. Oh, let's go. Now. Yeah, now. It'll be our little dose of home out here. It's a security arrest. The team thinks we're headed back to the campus right now, and the store hasn't been vetted. Are you telling me my mom has never stopped unexpectedly to get a snack on the campaign trail? The presidential guardsmen have to have some sort of contingency plan in place. Well, we do, but it's not supposed to be used to cheer up your head of security. Oh, he's being so stubborn. But no, if I insist, Tatum will get some ice cream with me. Go out for some ice cream. Let's go, Tatum. We're getting some ice cream, and that's final. I'm gonna go tell Ana, and you make whatever calls you have to. That's an order from the first son, understand? Understood. A few minutes later, you walk into the quaint ice cream shop. It's not exactly the same as Ice Cream King, but you're still hit with the nostalgic smell of vanilla and baking ice cream cones. It's like being teleported back to middle school. Minus the braces and acne. And the excessive parental supervision. Right, because having a personal bodyguard makes me feel so much more independent. Still, it's nice to reminisce with you. You're the only one here who really gets me, you know? To everyone else, I'm just the president's son first, me second. Maybe that's not a good thing, but that I don't see you that way. You put a hand on his arm. Don't say that. It's the best thing about you. You treat me like a normal person, even when you're protecting me. We should probably order. The two of you approach the counter and browse the open tubs of ice cream displayed behind the glass. I'm gonna get... triple chocolate chunk, drizzled with hot fudge syrup. You're gonna go into a chocolate coma. Hey, you only do it once. Can you think of a better way to go? You make a good point. What are you gonna get? My usual. Vanilla. Vanilla, really? There are 62 flavors, and that's what you're gonna pick. I like to have a blank canvas for my toppings. Tatum. Oh, you're so on brand sometimes. What's that supposed to mean? You're just very buttoned up these days. Vanilla's the perfect ice cream choice for you. I think it's good to be reliable. I suppose I can't argue with that. After you get your ice cream, you take a seat at the empty table and start digging in. Remember when we used to sneak into the State Manor kitchens to get ice cream? I remember you sneaking in and dragging me along. I can think of at least 4 distinct times that was your idea. Yeah, but that was usually still your fault. Ice cream was always the fastest way to cheer you up, especially when your mom was, well, you know, acting presidential. Something like that. You're always my knight in shining armor, and the uniform just makes it official. This suit isn't very shiny. You know what I mean. Tatum takes a bite of his ice cream, and a bit of the melted vanilla clings to the corner of his mouth. You got a little something. You hand Tatum a napkin and point to the spot. He smiles sheepishly as he wipes at his cheek. Thanks. What are friends for? Tatum sits back, spine rigid. What's wrong? Nothing. I just got distracted for a moment. It won't happen again. Tatum, you don't have to be super serious with me all the time. It's okay to be yourself. Not if it puts you at risk. I haven't been vigilant since we got our ice cream. Something had happened. But nothing did. Well, fall quiet. You can tell Tatum's biting back his usual excuses, so you hold your tongue as well. And he sighs. I'm still trying to find the middle ground with this. I know it's not as simple as just being your head of security. We have a history, one that can't be ignored. I just want to keep you safe. Will you help me do that? You know. Let's get you back to campus. And Clark? Yeah? Thanks for the ice cream. You're welcome, Tatum. As you wait for Tatum to call you a car, you feel the warmth in your chest. It's not much, but it's something. The next day. Wait for Blaine to show up as planned to work on your debate project. He should be here by now, but we did get in really late last night, or really early, I guess. Reach for your phone to text you when you hear someone pound on the door. Oh, better late than never. Blaine, you're late. Sorry, Rutherland. You move aside and gesture for him to come inside, but he doesn't move. What's wrong? I've got mad news. Look at that, Omeria has a cup of coffee next to it. No wonder it makes sense. I'm at peace with him. What surprise does Blaine have in store for you this time? Find out in the next chapter of Foreign Affairs. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And down description below, links to social media, Discord, and if you'd like to support me and my content. Without further ado, once again, I hope you did enjoy this chapter. I put a little more oomph into it, and I'm feeling a little bit more myself today. I guess that's better than normal, but without further ado, thank you all for watching. Remember, Baby Bum 2 is on Friday, and I'll catch you all. Hopefully, you tune into one of my streams on Twitch, but otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.